Welcome back. It's Zion from Uke on Demand, where we go beyond just strumming and bring you fingerstyle song lessons and tabs. So in this video, we're going to go over the first half of We Wish You a Merry Christmas. And like last week's tutorial, Deck the Halls, this song's difficulty level is up to you. It can be played at a very slow pace or at a very fast pace, and both will sound good. So let's get started. So to begin, you're going to start out in a G chord shape. G looks like this. You're going to have open G string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the C, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E, and middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A. But we're not going to strum it just yet. Instead, we're going to pick the C string, and then we're going to strum just the top 3 strings of the G chord. So it's strings G, C, and E, and we're not going to hit A. So those two together. And if you're a beginner, you're going to want to use your thumb for all the notes. So that would sound like this. And so on. And that's just because it's a little bit easier to follow if you're just using one finger. If you have some experience, then definitely you should use a probably 3 or 4 finger approach. Alright, so those two notes. I'm in measure 2 now. Going to pick the 3rd fret of the E. Then open A. So you're going to want to lift that middle finger off. Back to the 3rd fret of the E string. Middle finger goes behind the ring finger to the 2nd fret of E. And then lift off, pick open C and open E together. And then the E string by itself twice. Okay, so then into the last measure of this bar, I'm going to go into an A7, which is super easy chord. It's just the index finger on the 1st fret of the C. You're going to strum that once. Pick open A. Ring finger to the 2nd fret of the A string. And lift off, pick open A again. Then open G string. If you happen to have a low G ukulele, then you would want to pick the 3rd fret of the E. Alright, but let's put that first bar together slowly. So starting at the beginning. Alright, moving into bar 2 now. So you're in this A7 shape still. What you're going to do is slide that index finger to the 2nd fret and add your middle finger to the 2nd fret as well. You're going to pick those two together and then just the 2nd fret of C by itself 2 times. Next we move into another chord. And this is going to be a B chord, alright? And so you're probably a little more familiar with a B flat, which is index finger on the 1st frets of A and E, middle finger on 2nd fret C, and ring finger on 3rd fret G. And it's actually going to be that same shape, you're just going to slide it up 1 fret. So now index finger covers the 2nd frets of strings E and A, middle finger gets 3rd fret of C, ring finger gets 4th fret of G. Okay, it's a bar chord, so you're going to need a little more pressure to strum it. Alright, but you're just going to strum it once. Alright, and then pick just the 2nd fret of the A, slide it up, pick the 3rd fret of the A string, and then slide it back down, pick the 2nd fret. And then lift off. And then these 2 fingers are almost already in position. We're just going to keep that kind of shape that they're in, but we're just going to move them down a string. So now it's middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E and ring finger on the 4th fret of the E. I'm going to pick those top 3 strings together, G, C, and E. Pick the 4th fret of the of the C. Your finger's already there. Index finger comes down to the 2nd fret of the C string. I'm going to pick that twice. Alright, so that's the entirety of bar 2. Let's play that together really slowly. Alright, moving into bar 3, it's going to start out with all open strings, so just going to pick the open E and the open C together. Pick the open A. Middle finger to 2nd fret of the E string. And then these 2, your index and ring, are going to come right into as if they're playing a G chord. You're going to pick the top 3 strings. So open G, 2nd fret C, 3rd fret E. Alright, so that little measure and a half would go like this. So playing everything we've learned so far, very slowly, would go like this. And that's how to play the first half of We Wish You a Merry Christmas on the ukulele. I hope you had fun learning this arrangement so far. To get the rest of the song lesson and all the tabs, head over to ukeondemand.com. And make sure to subscribe below so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming fingerstyle tutorials. We'll see you next time.